Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Or if this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I am shooting a favorites video. I'm going to talk about a lot of products that I've been really loving lately, as well as a little bit of music and a couple of TV shows. Just kind of a plethora of things for y'all this round. I try not make these videos every single month. I don't really fall in love with products that quickly anyway. So I put these videos out quarterly. I do one every 3 months. So these are all the products that I've really been loving the past 3 months. Like I said, I have just, a few things to talk about, so let's jump into it. I'm gonna start out with the most exciting, obviously, cosmetics. This is going to seem like a Jeffree Star circle jerk, but I promise it is not. These are all my genuine thoughts and opinions, so here we go. First thing I have to talk about is the lipstick I am currently wearing. This is the Jeffree Star Lip Ammunition in the shade Celebrity Skin. This is his bullet lipstick formula. It's a creamy, nice, soft, smooth, opaque formula that I am obsessed with. I love this lipstick so much. This is the only lipstick that I am almost about to finish for the second time around. This is my second one to go through. I have absolutely already repurchased a backup because I am so obsessed with this color. I love it so much. On top of this being a wonderful standout formula that just is so opaque, so creamy, so luxurious. It also is just the perfect shade for my skin tone, in my humble opinion. Anytime I am reaching for a lipstick, this is 99.9% the one that I reach for. I wear this in so many of my YouTube videos that I kind of feel low-key guilty about it because I'm like, should I be changing up my look? Should I not be wearing the exact same lip color in every single video? But I really just can't help it. I feel prettiest when I wear this color, so I just had to mention it. I've talked about this before because of how much I love it, but I had to bring it back up because I just truly love it that much. Moving on to the Blue Blood palette. I'm sure you've heard about this if you've been on YouTube. If you haven't heard about it, where are you at? Where you been? This palette is so stunning. When I saw this, I was just like, oh my god, this was clearly made for me. I'm obsessed with blue. Blue is my favorite color, despite my hair being purple. Despite it looking blue on camera, it is purple. I am obsessed with this palette. It is so gorgeous. These shades in here are so stunning, and they're all Jeffree Star quality, which if you've bought from his brand before, you know he does not skimp on quality whatsoever. They're insane, they're pigmented, they're blendable, they're amazing, they're beautiful. This is the only blue eyeshadow palette I'm ever gonna need for the rest of my life. This packaging, yes, it's super bulky. Yes, it's massive. Yes, this takes up quite an amount of space because it's practically a coffin. But that being said, do I feel fancy every time I open and close it? Yes, I do. I feel fancy. I really love this. I'm wearing a couple of the shades on my eye today, although I'm sure you wouldn't ever be able to tell because I'm wearing no blue eyeshadow. I'm wearing Untouchable, Crystal Flesh, Cullinan, and Wealthy. I love it. I reach for this as much as I possibly can. I've definitely been inspired to do more blue eyeshadow looks because of this palette. If you're someone who's not afraid of color, I would highly recommend Jeffree Star's eyeshadow formulas. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're amazing. He's about to drop a new Jawbreaker palette, which is like a rainbow palette, and I'm dying. I'm so excited to buy it. I cannot even wait. Had to talk about this, had to mention this. Love this palette so much. Okay, I promise. Last Jeffree Star thing that I'm going to talk about is the Jeffree Star setting powder. He just recently released concealers and setting powders, and I picked up both. I have to say, I did a whole video talking about it, so I'm not gonna go super in depth about it. I'm not super positive that the concealer is my absolute ride or die favorite. However, the setting powder is. It is so finely milled. It is so beautiful. It smells like cotton candy. It's just all around incredible. And I have to tell you guys, I mean it when I say I have never fallen in love with any setting powder. I've just kind of thought they're one of the same. They all kind of do the same thing for me, but this one is truly different. This one smooths out my skin so well. It makes it feel so soft and so creamy. I can't say enough good things about this setting powder. I love it. I'm definitely gonna repurchase it if I ever run out. I mean, it seems like these setting powders you could use for years and years and still be fine because of how little goes so far. I have it in the shade Fair, and like I said, I've been really loving it. This has really upped my makeup game. Now that I got the Jeffree Star products out of the way, we can move on. I have a moisturizer to talk to you guys about. This is the Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer with aloe and green tea extract. You get 2.5 fluid ounces in here, which is a lot. You get a ton of product in this jar. It's exactly what it says it is. It is a gel moisturizer gel moisturizer that really hydrates your skin. The reason I'm so in love with this is it really sets down well. It dries quickly. It doesn't stay on your skin for too long. It doesn't make me feel oily or greasy. Pretty high up on the ingredients list is dimethicone, which is why it sets down quickly and kind of helps smooth out your skin. I love using this as a makeup primer. I use it underneath my makeup every single time I do my makeup. I use this at nighttime as my nighttime moisturizer. I use it for every moisturizing need that I have. I've just been a huge fan of this, and like I said, you get a ton of product for $9, so it's also very affordable. Really love this a lot. While we're on the topic of Trader Joe's beauty, I also have the Trader Joe's Enriched Moisturizing Face Lotion. This has an SPF of 15 in it, so I really like using this as my daily sunscreen. I use this every single day. I have been using a retinol on my skin that has honestly been too strong for my skin. I've recently bumped it down. I'm getting better at it. I'm figuring out the whole skincare thing. But it is essential with a retinol that you're using an SPF every single day. So I've been using this every single day religiously, sometimes more than once a day. It is fragrance free, which is super important. It does not irritate my skin in the slightest. I really have no bad things to say about this. A lot of the facial sunscreens I've used in the past, or even like BB creams with an SPF in it, have left my skin very oily and very shiny and just not so cute. This has not done that to me. However, that being said, keep in mind, I am on a strong retinol right now, which has dried my skin out like the Sahara Desert, like dry AF, like so dry. So that could be why it's not making my skin greasy, as my skin's not necessarily normal right now. But for $4, I mean, it's just like, how do you beat that price point? How do you beat that? I've really been loving this. I will absolutely continue to use this and repurchase it in the future. Last makeup product I have to talk about is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. This is absolutely nothing new. These are basically little drops of pigmentation. I bought these right before my wedding 3 years ago to just help bump up the coverage and spot conceal some places. And what I've really been loving these for lately is I add like 3 to 4 drops into, let's say, my moisturizing sunscreen, and that gives me like a tinted BB cream effect without actually using any tinted BB cream. But also I have added these to a BB cream to make it a little bit more full coverage and just help me out on those days where my skin's a little redder, a little drier, whatever. I just need more coverage. These have been incredible for that. It's definitely a rediscovered favorite in my life. You need such a small amount. I'm still using the same bottle from 3 years ago. So if that interests you at all and making your own kind of custom BB cream or anything like that, I would definitely recommend going to Sephora and getting a sample, especially when you're trying to find your own shade. It is an investment. It is an expensive product, so definitely try out a sample before you buy it. Next thing I have to talk about is something I have absolutely been loving and totally relying on lately, which is hair accessories. These are a couple of my favorites in no particular order. The style that I have been the biggest fan of is this kind that comes with a little scrunchie with a scarf attached to it. I think these look so precious and so adorable when you have your hair in a low ponytail and you're just like living your best like stay-at-home mom Lauren Conrad life. That's kind of the whole vibe it gives me. I believe I got this one on forever21.com, maybe for like $5. This is another favorite of mine. Same thing. It's got the little scrunchie with the scarf attached to it, but it also has a little bow, which I just thought was precious. Here's another, which I also believe was from Forever 21, scrunchie attached little scarf detailing. I just think hair scarves and hair accessories in general are so cute. I, like I said, have absolutely been like low-key relying on them to make myself look a little more put together on days where I just couldn't care less. Today is one of those days. If you didn't notice, my hair is up in this crazy ass messy bun, but I do have a little scrunchie with a little paisley bow attached to it, which I just thought It's cute. It's a little something to make you look like you tried harder than you actually did. This one I believe is from ASOS, and it is one of the ones that has a wire in it so you can bend it and twist it and kind of do whatever you feel like. I live in Louisiana and the humidity here is so real in the summertime that it is so discouraging to do anything with your hair. So doing almost nothing with your hair but throwing a little bow or a little scarf or hair accessory in it has really been a go-to style for me lately. Definitely recommend checking these out if you're interested at all. I've been buying mine off of ASOS, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters, and that's about it. If you have any recommendations of where to buy cute hair accessories like this, please let me know down below. I'm always looking for new hair bows. The next product I have is a composition oil. This is from Aveda and it is in the scent Shampure. This is just all around such a good, calming, wonderful smell. I love this smell. I'm probably a little biased because I was trained through Aveda. I went to Aveda for cosmetology. So this smell is very reminiscent for me. I smelled this a lot growing up, but I love the scent of Shampure. It is just so freaking calming to me. I have to wear a wrist brace at work because I have a bum wrist, yay. But I like to cover my wrist brace in this oil before I go to work, and I smell it constantly throughout the day, and it just kind of like calms me down in a weird way. I guess kind of like think of this as like a little aromatherapy moment, but I love this composition oil so much. It is on the pricier side, but I just had to mention it because this is definitely something I have spent my money on time and time again and will continue to do so in the future just because it smells so freaking good. If you have an Aveda salon near you, I would highly recommend stopping in and just sniffing this, just checking it out, giving it a smell, seeing if it does anything for you at all. 10 out of 10, love this smell so much. Okay, the last physical product I have to talk to you guys about is my little baby camera. Pretty sure I've mentioned this before, maybe I haven't, but I'm obsessed with this camera. I bought this back in December and I've been using it for vlogging and whatever ever since. It's incredible. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket. It is a tiny little baby camera that is on a stabilizer. It is insanely tiny and compact and small, but that doesn't mean it can't do stuff. It can do so many things like shooting motion time lapses, just having a nice stable clear image. It shoots in 4K. It's honestly incredible. It's one of the best cameras that I own. I love it. I would spend my money on this time and time again, and that being said, it's only $350. I know that sounds like a lot, but for a camera of this caliber and how compact and tiny it is, I cannot say enough good things about this camera. The only thing it can't do, the only thing that I have found that it can't do is obviously there's no flash. It's not really a camera that you're gonna wanna take photos with necessarily. You can, and I've done it and they've turned out great, but obviously there is no flash on it. But the only other thing you can't do on this camera is it doesn't zoom. But like I said, I'll take it. Like, if that's the only thing I can't do on this camera is zoom, I'm really okay with that. If you're somebody who's big into vlogging, this is just such a convenient, tiny little camera. I shot my entire Mardi Gras vlog on this little baby camera and I thought it turned out great. Just having a stable, clear image, it goes such a long way. I just had to talk about this camera in case I hadn't before. I also shot my entire Christmas in Texas vlog on this camera. Pretty much every vlog you're gonna see from me from now on is gonna be entirely shot on this. So definitely check those out if you're wondering quality wise how it shoots. However, I did only shoot those in 1080p. I did not shoot them in 4K as my laptop and TV do not have 4K viewing ability. So I did only shoot in 1080p, but just so you know, it does shoot up to 4K quality. Sorry to nerd out on you guys, but I'm really into cameras. Obviously, it's a big hobby of mine. So if you have any interest at all, I can't recommend this camera enough. It is so good. It's my favorite camera that I own and probably will own for a long time. Okay, I think we made it to the last two things. Last two things I want to talk to you about are an album that I've been obsessed with. If you've been watching my channel, it will come to no surprise to you at all. I am obsessed with Billie Eilish right now. I cannot get enough of her. I cannot get enough of Billie Eilish. I love her so much. I watch every single interview I can find find on YouTube of her. I've listened to every single song she's put out there. I love them all. Across the board, love them all. Hard love. So my two album favorites are obviously both Billie Eilish, Don't Smile at Me, and When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I love both of those albums entirely. There's no song on either one of those albums that I'm like, ugh, I would have cut this song, which is crazy because Taylor Swift is obviously my favorite artist in the whole world. Hi, hello, my name's Twiggy, I'm a Taylor Swift addict. But even still, on a lot of Taylor's albums, there are songs that I would have cut. Can't say the same about Billie, not to compare the two because they are totally different artists and people, but just saying I love every Billie Eilish song I've ever heard. There's never been a Billie Eilish song I've met that I didn't love. I know it's not news to anybody probably, but if you have not listened to Billie yet and you are waiting, what are you waiting for? Please listen to her. She's incredible. She's like 18, 17. She's really young. But she's just insanely talented. She's wildly talented. I love her so much. I cannot even. I've made an entire video reviewing her new album on my channel, so I'm gonna try and not ramble right now, even though I already am. But yeah, Billie Eilish for life. I just, oh my God, Pitter Patter, Be Still My Heart. I love her so much. Cannot say enough good things about her. I'm gonna stop now, okay. And the second to last favorite, because I forgot I actually do still have one more tangible favorite to show y'all, is a TV show on Netflix called Lunatics. Oh my God, I loved Lunatics so much. Chris Lilly is the one who writes, directs, plays almost all the parts on Lunatics, and oh my God, I'm such a fan of his. I was so obsessed with Summer Heights High. If you have Hulu and you haven't seen Summer Heights High, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I became obsessed with Summer Heights High in probably like 2010. I found it through a bunch of GIFs on Tumblr, ironically enough. But Summer Heights High was his first show where kind of the same kind of humor, kind of the same thing. He played a lot of the different parts on that show as well. Jamae was so funny. Can't even. So if you were a fan of Summer Heights High, please watch Lunatics. It is so good, so hilarious, so funny. I think I watched Lunatics 3 times. I think I've seen that series 3 different times now because I just kept finding it so funny. And every time I watched it, I was laughing at different parts. It's just like, it's so crazy funny to me. It's so funny. So good. So my type of humor. Insanely could not be more up my alley. I loved Lunatics and it was such a good show. That being said, I have talked to a lot of people in real life about Lunatics and a lot of people did not like it. A lot of people couldn't get past the first episode. Not that anything crazy happened in the first episode, but it just wasn't their cup of tea. They didn't like that kind of humor, but oh my God, it is so my humor, like so my cup of tea, so on brand. Highly recommend Lunatics. Loved that show. Love Chris Lilly. Think he is hilarious, comedic gold. Love him. Fully love Lunatics. I'm probably gonna rewatch it again if I'm being super honest. Okay, and now actually the last thing I want to talk to you guys about that's definitely been a favorite in my life is my opal collection. I started collecting a bunch of different opals to fill up this little baby jar with, and I will link the shop that I've been buying most of them from down below. Almost all of them came from India and they are just, they're so gorgeous. I stare at this jar so much. I really play around with it and flicker around with it. It looks different in every single different lighting. I love having it. I love opals. I'm a huge fan of opals. I have been for kind of a while now. It's funny because my mom told me recently that when she was my age, she started an opal collection. Like what? What are the odds of that? That's so random. But for sure, the seller that I've been buying these from has been my favorite. Just shipping speed, communication wise, everything. He's been the best. I'll absolutely link his shop down below, but I love these opals so much. I know it's a weird favorite and it's kind of an odd thing that maybe only applies to me, but I just thought I'd throw it in here because it's absolutely been a favorite of mine. I love looking at it, and honestly, this just brings me joy. Like, it just makes me happy seeing these. Okay, so for real, that is everything. Oh my God, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. Please let me know what shows you've been watching. I'm always looking for new TV shows to watch. Let me know, have you listened to Billie Eilish? What do you think? Are you obsessed? I can't stop. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, and if you want to subscribe, I put out out new videos every single Wednesday, and I would love to see you back here. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Thank you so much for being here and supporting my channel. It honestly means the world to me. I appreciate you so much. I love you guys. Hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.